Hello students, welcome to Narayana online class. Today we'll discuss some important questions on thermodynamics. These questions are selected questions and it will give you overall idea of the whole topic. So let's start with the first question. A gas is compressed at a constant pressure of 50 Newton. Okay, a gas is compressed at a constant pressure of 50 Newton and it is said here that the volume is changing from 10 meter cube to this. So there is a decrease in the volume, so work done will be negative. Student, work done will be P delta V and it will be negative work, negative, right? So if you see here, we can write here 50 Newton per meter cube, and here this is changing from V2 minus V1. So V2 will be 4 minus 10. We'll convert this meter cube into the respective units. We'll convert this meter cube into respective unit. Here we'll get 6. So it will be 300. It will be minus 300 joule. Okay. Convert this meter cube and here this Newton per meter square into respective unit, will get minus 300 joule. This is the work done. Now if you see, by first law of thermodynamics, what we know? By first law, delta Q is equals to delta U plus delta W. Okay. So delta W we have minus 300. We need to calculate here if 100 joule of heat is added. So this heat is added, so it will be plus 100. Is equals to delta U. You have to calculate this change. So delta U will be 400 joule, and that will be the answer of this question, student. So the change in the internal energy will be 400 joule. Okay. So let's proceed to the next one. The specific heat of air at constant pressure Cp is given to you as 1.005. Okay. And at Cv is given to you as, and the specific heat of air at constant volume is 0.718 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. The specific heat of gas constant you have to calculate. So here this value is given as 0.718, student. Now you know Cp minus Cv we have to calculate. So if we calculate here, this will be 1.005 minus 0.718. So answer of this will be 0.287. So the answer of this question will be 0.287, and that is the answer of this question. So, okay, so let's proceed to the next question. The unit you can write, it will be in kilojoule per kg Kelvin. So let's proceed to the next question now. The specific heat of argon at constant volume is 0.3 given. The specific heat of argon at constant pressure you have to calculate. So here we have to find the specific heat of argon at constant pressure. Okay. So here we need, when we'll calculate here, we can write here Cp we have to calculate. So Cp directly we can write R by M, the molecular values, the molecular here these values are specific heat given. So R by M and Cp minus Cv is equals to R by M, here we can write. So here we are calculating Cp, so it will be plus Cv. So just substitute the values here, student. So if you substitute the value, what you will get? 8.314 by molecular weight is given as 39. Just be careful on the calculation part, plus 0.3122. Okay, this is the required value. Okay, because we know this value, if you substitute here, we will get the answer as 520.3. 520.3. This will be the answer. This will be the required answer for the question. Okay, so let's proceed to the next question now. 1 mole of a monoatomic gas is mixed with 1 mole of a diatomic gas. So here in the question we have to calculate the value of gamma. Here in the question, student, we have to calculate the value of gamma here. So we know for monoatomic, Cv will be 3 by 2 RT and Cp will be 5 by 2 RT. And if we write for diatomic student, diatomic value Cv will be 5 by 2 RT and Cp will be 7 by 2 RT, right? Now we need to calculate here the value of gamma here in this question. So if you calculate here, if we calculate Cv of the mixture when the values are mixed here, or this, we can write here 5 by 2 RT plus 7 by 2 RT, 5 by 2 RT plus 7 by 2 RT by 2. And similarly, if you see here, we can write here Cv value also. You need to add this 3 by 2 RT plus 5 by 2 RT by 2. So if you see here, students, what we can find here, the value of Cp, if you will solve here, the value of Cp and Cv will get here. This will be for the mixture we are calculating. Okay, this is for the mixture when the monoatomic and diatomics, they are mixed here. So simplify this here, 12 by 2, it will be 6 by 3. So it will be 3 RT and here it will be 2 RT. Yes, 4 by 2, it will be 2 RT. So we need to calculate here gamma. Student, gamma for the mixture will be, this is for the mixture we are calculating, right? So gamma for the mixture we can calculate here, student. Gamma will be Cp of the mixture by Cv mixture. So just substitute the values here, 3 RT by 2 RT. This we can calculate, it will be 1.5 coming. Okay, so 1.5 is the answer for this question, student. So let's proceed to the next one now. Okay, so here, yes, so the next question here, the quantity of heat is supplied to a monoatomic ideal gas which expand at a constant pressure. The heat that goes into the work done. Here, student, you have to calculate what will be the heat that will be consumed, the heat that goes into the work done here. So here, student, we know that for such cases, whenever the heat supplied is used to expand something, we can directly write here work done by Q value, that can be written as Cp minus Cv by Cv. Yes, this is how we can write here. Now if you see here, you have to find this, the work done by the gas is xq. So work done by gas is xq and this is q. So you can simplify here xq by q here, and Cp, this is monoatomic gas values given. So you can substitute here. Just now we have seen the monoatomic values for Cp and Cv. So if you substitute here this x, you can solve here, the x value will be coming as 0.4. Okay, so this x value which will be coming here will be 0.4. Okay, on substituting the values here. So let's proceed to the next one now. Here for a hydrogen gas, Cp minus Cv is A, and for oxygen gas, Cp minus Cv is B. Okay, so for hydrogen, if we are writing for hydrogen, student, Cp minus Cv is equals to, if you know, it will be R by M here. So for hydrogen we can write it the value as R by 2. Okay, and this is denoted as A. And similarly Cp minus Cv for oxygen. For oxygen here, student, we can write here the values as R by 32. Molecular weight we are dividing it here. So what is the relation between A and B, student? So if you see here, this A and B can be written as just A by B ratio. If you take here A by B ratio, it will be R by 2 divided by R by 32. Okay, so this will be coming as 16, and that will be the answer of this question. So A will be 16 times B, and here N value will be 16. Okay, so this is how you have to proceed for this one. Here this is molar heat capacity given, molar specific heat given. So we have taken that into consideration. Okay, molar specific heat. Let's move to the next question, student. The equation of a gas, certain gas, is written as this. So T to the power 7 by 5 by P to the power 2 by 5 is K. Okay. So student, we'll try to simplify this in the form of, we'll take this up, so we can write here P to the power minus 2 by 5, T to the power 7 by 5 is equals to K. Now we try to just move this power from this P value. So if you try to move this power from this P value, we'll get something in the form P to the power T minus 7 by 2 is equals to K. Okay. And students, we know here this the value, when you see here gamma value, here we got this gamma which is 7 by 2 it is coming. Here this is the adiabatic value, the gamma value is coming here as minus 7 by 2. So if you equate here this with the CV value, CV we know, CV will be R by gamma minus 1. Okay. So if you substitute here this value of gamma here in this equation, we can get the CV value. CV value is coming to be 5R by 2. So here you have to equate this with XR. What is X here? X will be 5 by 2R. So for here this X value is coming to be 5 by 2R. So hence X is 5 by 2 for this question. Okay. So let's proceed to the next one now. So let's proceed to the next one. Here a refrigerator placed in a room at 300 Kelvin. So here student has an inside temperature of 200 Kelvin. How many calories of heat shall be delivered to the room for each 2K calorie consumed by the refrigerator ideally? So students, here the T1 and T2 values are given here. Okay, so T1, if I named it, T1 will be 300 Kelvin and T2 student, it will be 200 Kelvin. Okay, a refrigerator placed inside a room at 300 and 200 Kelvins, they are given here. Now, how many calories of heat shall be delivered to the room for each 2K kilocalorie of energy consumed here? So you have to calculate how many calories of heat shall be delivered here. So heat delivered, if we can calculate here, this efficiency, it can be written as 1 minus T2 by T1, and student, we can compare this with Q by W here. Okay, so Q by W here we can calculate it here. So you have to calculate here how much will be the, so just substitute the values here. 1 minus this T2 200 by 300. Okay, so this is the value. What is this value coming? This efficiency value is coming to be 1 minus 2 by 3, so it will be coming as 1 by 3, right? 1 minus 2 by 3, so it will be 1 by 3. Now this efficiency you can equate with the values here. This we can equate. What we have to calculate here, how many calories of heat shall be delivered, and here this is the energy consumed. So this can be written as, this is 1 by 3 and this we can equate here with the value that is 2 here, and we have how many calories of heat shall be delivered here. So this Q2 we have to calculate here. So this, if you substitute here, Q values will be coming as 6. Okay, Q value we are getting as 6. Okay, so this is how we will get the Q value, how much will be the heat supplied in kilocalorie, we can write it. The Q value will be coming as 6 kilocalorie. Okay, so that will be the answer of this question, student. Okay, we have equated this with the given value here. So Q is coming as 6 kilocalories. So let's proceed to the next one now. A freezer has a coefficient of performance given by 5 when 3.6 joule of work is done here. So student here, coefficient of performance is given. So beta value, we know beta will be equals to Q by W. Okay. So here the coefficient of performance is given when 3.6 joule, this work done is given here, student. So work done is 3.6 into 10 to the power 6 joule, right? So work done is given this, the mass of water you have to calculate. So beta value already given, so 5 will be equals to Q by W, that is 3.6 into 10 to the power 6. Now this Q, this is used to this change of state here, so we can write here as the value as ml by 3.6 into 10 to the power 6, okay, into 5. M we have to calculate, L value we know for this latent heat of, for that of ice. So when you will substitute, M will be equals to 5 into 3.6 into 10 to the power 6 by L. Substitute the L value here, when you will solve, M will be coming as 53.8. Okay, so the M value which will be coming in kg will be 53.8. That will be the answer of this question. L, you can substitute it from the latent heat of that of ice. So let's proceed to the next one now. So here this question, 1 mole of an ideal gas passed through, the pressure and volumes relationships are given here. Okay, so the change in the temperature of the gas, if you have to find what will be the change in temperature. So that means delta T you have to find. So delta T when the pressure changes from V0, so that is, if I name that from V0 to 2V0. So T1 if I name at the temperature at V0 minus T2 at temperature at 2V0. Okay, this change I have to calculate, student. Now when we can calculate here the pressure at V0 first. Let's calculate pressure here by of this at V0. So when the pressure is V0, here this V will be V0. So just substitute here this relationship. P will be equals to P0 1 minus V will be V0 here. So 1 minus this V0 will be cancelled out. So 1 minus half. So 1 minus half, that's it. So we'll get P as P0 by 2. So P we got P0 by 2, student, and if we write here T will be equals to, PV is equals to nRT. So we can write T will be equals to PV by nR. Okay, we can substitute the values here. So at V0, if you substitute here the value V0 into the values is P0 by 2 by nR. Here if you substitute, so this is the value we are getting, the T at V0. So this is the T1 which we need to calculate here. So this is coming to be V0 P0 by nR2, this. Okay. So if you substitute here this values, student, if you substitute here this value V and V0, if you substitute here, so P0, what we got P0 value? We got P0 as this one. Now let's check the value for, this is the value of T1 we are getting. Now let's check the pressure at 2V0. So if we check the pressure at 2V0, so this pressure again we'll put the value P is equals to P0. Now instead of this V, here we'll put 2V0. So what we'll get? 1 minus half is already outside and this will be half again. So half to the power 2. So this, when you will simplify this, we'll get the value as 7 by 8 P0. And if you again substitute here like this, T 2V0, we'll get this value as 7 by 8 P0 V0 by nR. Okay, so this difference, student, we have to calculate here. So difference, if you calculate delta T between this, if you calculate, the delta T value will be coming as 5 by 4 P0 V0 by R. So this is the delta T which we calculate from here, this difference. So this is what you have to do in this question. Let's proceed to the next question now. Here 2 moles of a helium gas is mixed with 3 moles of hydrogen gas. The molar specific heat of the mixture at constant volume you have to calculate. So if you calculate here F mixture, we can calculate here. So F mixture we can calculate N1 F1 plus N2 F2 by this N1 plus N2. So if you substitute here the values, we can write here the F mixture value will be coming to be the because here 2 moles of heliums are given. So N1 is given as 2 moles, okay, and 3 moles of hydrogen are given. So let's take N2 as 3, okay. Now you know helium will be the monoatomic and diatomic values of degree of freedom we can substitute here. So if you substitute here N1 F1 plus N2 F2 by this number, okay, so if you substitute here the value will get F mixture as 21 by 5, okay, this will be the value of F mixture coming. Now the molar specific heat at constant volume CV you have to calculate, student. So CB will be equals to, CV value will be coming as this F mixture into R by 2 here. So it will be 21 by 5 here into 2 like this. So F mixture into R by 2 here. So if you simplify this value, it will be coming as 17.4 joule per mole Kelvin. This is what you have to do here, okay. So let's proceed to the next one now. So next question which we have to do here is, a sample of an ideal gas is taken through the cyclic process ABC as shown in the figure. The change in the internal energy you have to calculate. So first what we'll do, first we'll try to draw a table. Okay, first we'll try to draw a table and then try to simplify this. So we'll draw a table like this. Okay, here delta U, delta W, delta Q. Okay, now here the processes are given here. So processes are given, so we'll start with here first AB and then BC and then CA, okay, like this will start. Now here in this question, the change in the internal energy of the gas along the CA is, path CA is given, okay. So path CA it is given as minus 180, so along CA we'll put it minus 180. So here, and it is given the values along BC it is given as 60 joule. The heat along the path BC will be given as 60 joule. So along BC we write the heat supplied, that is delta Q will be 60. Okay. Now you know that along BC the volume is constant, student. So whatever heat supplied, the work done will be 0. So whatever heat supplied, that is used to completely convert into internal energy. So this will be 60. So if you see here, this value which the net internal energy will be same. So here this internal energy for this will be, we can get it here, the net internal energy for AB, we can get for the AB value, it will get the value as 120. Okay, the net internal energy for this, the whole value, because the net internal energy, the cyclic one, so this will be 120 here. Now here you have to calculate this work done, you have to calculate here, and what is given here, the gas absorbed along the gas absorbed 250 joule of heat along the path AB. So along the path AB the gas absorbed, this is given as 250. So delta, we will apply the first law of thermodynamics, delta Q is equals to delta U plus delta W. So this will be coming as 130, and that will be the required answer for this question. Okay. So let's proceed to the next one. A Carnot engine has an efficiency of 1/6. When the temperature of the sinks is reduced to 62 degree, the efficiency is doubled. So initial efficiency is 1/6. When it is doubled, means efficiency will be 1/3, right? 2/6, it will be 1/3. Now we know efficiency formula, N1 will be 1 minus T2 by T1. Okay, so if you see here, T2 by T1 we can write as 1 minus 1/6. So this will be coming as 5/6, T2 by T1. Now here what is given, the temperature of the source and sinks are, you have to calculate here, the efficiency of this is doubled. So now in this question, the temperature of the source and sinks are respectively, you have to calculate. So for the next case, if you substitute the values here, what is given here, the temperature of the sinks is reduced by 62 degree. So temperature of the sink is reduced. So we know this is source and this is sink. So this T2 will be reduced, N2 will be, that will be 1/3, it will be equals to 1 minus this T2 sink is reduced by 62 degree. Now student, T2 minus 62. Now this is in degree Celsius. We know that the values which we take here is in Kelvin, but still the difference will be, whether you take the difference in degree Celsius or degree Kelvin, the difference will always be same. So we need not to convert it into Kelvin and substitute here. The difference will be same by T1. So T1 we can write here. Now if you simplify this equation for T1 and T2, this is equation 1, we name this as equation 1, and this is equation 2. If we simplify for T1 and T2, T1 will be coming as 372 Kelvin and that will be 99 degrees Celsius. So T1 will be coming as 99 degrees Celsius, and T2 similarly you can calculate, T2 will be coming as 37 degrees Celsius. Okay, so respectively you can mark the answers, the temperature of the source and sink. So they are asking you first for the source, that is T1. So T1 is 99 and 37, that is the answer. Okay, so let's proceed to the next one now. A diatomic gas with a rigid molecules does 10 joule of work when expanded at a constant pressure. The heat energy you have to calculate. The heat energy you have to calculate here. So here student, if you see here, work done is given. So delta W is given as 10 joule, and you know delta W can be written as NR delta T. Okay, the heat energy absorbed by the gas in this process you have to calculate. So heat energy, a diatomic gas is expanding at a constant pressure. So here if you see, we have to if we calculate here that what we have to calculate, the heat energy absorbed by the gas in this process. So if you calculate here delta Q, student, delta Q can be written as N Cp delta T. Okay, N Cp delta T, and it is a diatomic gas, so Cp value you can write it as 7/2 R delta T. Now Nr delta T, if you see here, if we rearrange it, 7/2 Nr delta T. This is the value Nr delta T we know. This Nr delta T value is given as 10. So 7/2 into 10. So this will give us the answer as 35. So 35 joule is the answer of this question, student. So let's proceed to the next one now. A liter of dry air at STP is given, expanding adiabatically with the volumes are given here. So the volumes at STP conditions it is given. So we'll substitute here the STP condition V1. V1 will substitute 1 liter. Okay. Similarly, we can substitute here the pressure. P1 will be P1 we can substitute, P1 will be 1 atm. Okay. Now here a liter of dry gas is adiabatically expanded, so V2 is given here as 3 liter. Okay. P2 we can calculate here, student. We'll use the formula P1 V1 gamma is equals to P2 V2 gamma. So if you substitute here P2, we can write as P1 V1 by V2 gamma. Just substitute the values of P1, V1 and gamma, all the values here. We'll get the answer as 1 by 3.14. And here 1 by 3.14 is given as 1 by 4.6. Okay, so now we got P2. We know the work done for adiabatic, it can be written as P1 V1 minus P2 V2 by gamma minus 1. Okay, gamma values are given to you already, P1, P2, all the values we already got it here. So this is P2, yes, 1 by 4.6. So just you need to substitute the values here. So substitute the values here accordingly and you will get the answer of this question as 90.5 joule. That will be the answer of this question, student. Okay, so let's proceed to the next question now. A Carnot engine has an efficiency between 800 Kelvin to 500 Kelvin. This is the given values here. So we will compare the two efficiencies. So for the first one, this ratio 1 minus T2 by T1, if it will be this, and for the second one, it will be 1 minus 6. This X we have to calculate here. Okay, so if you change, check here and compare, the X value will get as 960K, and that will be the answer of this question, student. Okay, so let's proceed to the next one now. The refrigerator worked between 3 degrees Celsius and 40 degrees Celsius to keep the temperature of the refrigerator constant. 600 calorie of work here it is given. So we'll convert this calorie into respective values here. The power required you have to find. So power will be work done by time. Okay, per second you have to calculate. So power will be work done by time. So if we find here the work done, we can get the answer. We know beta will be written as Q2 by W, and that will be equals to T2 by T1 minus T2. Yes. Now we will substitute the values here, student. This is T1, so we will convert this 40 degrees Celsius into Kelvin. So T1 will be 40 degrees Celsius, we will add 273 here. So if you add 273, what we are getting? 313 Kelvin. Similarly, T2 we can calculate it here, 3 degrees Celsius, so it will be 276 Kelvin. 276 Kelvin. So T1, T2 we get it here. Q2 is given here, so convert this calorie into this. So just substitute the values here. Q2 by W, that is 600 into 4.2 by W. W we need to calculate here by T2, that is 276 by 313 minus 276. Student, if you solve here, we will get the work done and power. W will get here, substitute it here, the answer in this will be 33.78 in watt. Okay, this is the required answer which we are looking for. So let's proceed to the next question now, student. A Carnot engine has an efficiency of 40 when the sink is given here, sink temperature. So N1 formula we know 1 minus T2 by T1, here T1 will be the source and T2 will be the sink. Okay, so here sink temperature is given. So 1 minus T2, that is sink is given as 300. So 1 minus 300 by T1 is given as 40% efficiency. So 40 by 100. Now the efficiency is further increased by 40%. So eta 2 will be 40 plus 50% of 40%. So this will be coming as 60%, student. So eta 2 is 60% now. So you have to keep the source temperature will have to increase by. So you have to increase the source temperature. So you have to find the source temperature, that is T1 you have to calculate here. T2 will keep as it is. Okay, so T1 will keep as it is. We have to calculate here source temperature. T1 we have to calculate the source temperature will have to increase by how much amount. So T1 we will calculate. T2 will keep as it is. So 60 by 100 is equals to 1 minus 300 by this T1 dash we can calculate. Okay, so if you calculate T1 dash, this T1 from here, if you will get, T1 will be coming as 500K, and T1 dash from here if you calculate, T1 dash will be coming as 750K. So delta T will be here, student, 250K, and this 0 is given extra. 250K will be the required answer for this question. So let's proceed to the next one now. A brick of 4 kg is dropped into a deep river 1 meter deep. Okay, so assume 80% of gravitational potential energy is finally converted into thermal energy. So thermal energy T is 80% of the potential energy. We can calculate, student, potential energy will be mg. This height will be 2 plus 1. Yes, substitute the values here. So potential energy, if you substitute, we will get as 117.6 joule. Total energy will be 80% of this one. So 80% of this 117.6, it will be okay. So you have to get the values in calorie. So this value will get in joule, convert the required value into calorie, will get 22.4 calorie. That will be the answer of this question, student. Okay, so let's proceed to the next one now. A man of weighing 60 kg, he eat a mango, 5 mango he eat and he gained 1000 calorie. So man eat 5 mango and he gained 1000 calorie. His efficiency is 28%. So when he eat 1000 calorie, how much energy he can use from there? So 28% of 1000 will be 280. So out of man's energy will be 1000 calorie. Energy taken will be 1000. Efficiency is 28%. So efficient energy we can calculate, it will be 280. Now this energy will be used for converting into potential energy. Potential energy will be mgh. So this both energy we can equate. Both energy are equal, so we can equate. So mgh will be equal to 280 here. If you simplify this, we will get the value of h here in this question, student. Okay, man weight is given 60 kg, so 60 into 10 by this. If you simplify, you will get the answer of this h, right? So let's proceed to the next one. Find the external work by the system in kilocalorie. So if you see here, this Q is given as 12.5 kilocalorie. Okay. Internal energy is given as delta U is given as 100500 joule. We'll divide it by 4200. We'll get the answer as 2.5. Okay. So by first law of thermodynamics, student, we know delta Q is equals to delta U plus delta W. Okay, so substitute here this value. Delta Q is given as 12.5 will be equals to delta U 2.5 plus delta W. So student, delta W will be 10 point something approximately. So 10 kilocalorie will be the approx answer for this question, right? So let's proceed to the next question. A gas expand from volume for 40 liter, that is V1 is given as 40 liter, will convert it into meter cube. V2 is given as 90 liter, will convert this also in meter cube. Okay, the pressure is given as 8 atm, so we will convert again here 8 into 10 to the power 5 meter cube. This, it can be written as in meter cube. Okay, 40 liter you can convert it here into meter cube. Now work done, simply you have to find work done will be P V2 minus V1. Now gas expand from 40 liter to 90 liter. So V2 is 90 liter. So just substitute the values here, PV, and this, convert this, it will be 0.04. Accordingly, we will substitute the value. Work done will get as 4 into 10 to the power 4 joule. That is the answer of this question, student, here. This is the value in joule. We can convert this into kilojoule divided by this 1000. So here we see that the next question which we have is a molar specific heat constant of a gas is given as at constant volume. So CV is given as 20 joule. Okay. So the value of gamma you have to calculate. So we know Cp minus Cv is equals to R. So Cp will be equals to R plus Cv. So if you see here, 20 plus 8.314, this will be 28.314. This is the Cp value. Now gamma, student, we can calculate gamma will be Cp by Cv. So Cp we got 28.314 divided by 20. So if you simplify this here, we will get the answer as approx 7 by 5. So gamma for this value is coming as 7 by 5, and that is the answer for this question, student. So here you see that we come to the end of today's paper discussion. So overall, if you take the look of entire concept, it will give you a whole lot of clarity. So that's all for today. Thank you.